Let's be real, almost every real estate agent has heard of eXp Realty, but in 2025, is eXp Realty still the best real estate brokerage to join, or has the momentum slowed down and the hype faded? So what I want to do in this video is break down the cold hard truth about eXp Realty, my experience being here 4.5 years, and where the brokerage is at now. What are the new updates? What are they still doing well? What are some areas of improvement? And is this still the right brokerage for solo agents, new agents, experienced agents, teams, or broker owners to align with? So if you want to learn more and see if this is the right brokerage for you, keep watching. Hey everybody, it's me, Jacob Shireman, your real estate marketing expert. I have over 18 years of marketing experience specializing in web design and SEO, and I take that experience to help you grow your real estate business. So if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new content. And if you want to get all of my resources, training, courses, and coaching for free at no extra cost or split to you, take a look at partnering with me at eXp Realty inside the Agent Wolf Pack, and there's a link down below where you can book a one-on-one call with me to learn more. So let's dive into today's topic. All right, so today we're talking about, is eXp Realty still one of the best brokerages to join in 2025, or has the momentum slowed down? Has the newness wore off? Has the hype kind of faded by now? And this is coming from my experience of being here 4.5 years. I joined in January of 2021, and this is where I'm at. I have built a great RevShare team here, a little over 60 agents at the time of recording this video that are still active with me. And I want to talk to you, is this still the right brokerage? This is not the brokerage for everybody, but I want to break down because there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of, competition out there. And so people kind of misspread information, and even some eXp agents get so excited to share this brokerage and the opportunity and the things that are going on here that sometimes they get the information wrong, and at no fault of their own. So what I want to do is actually share with you my knowledge and experience, and even share what's kind of new in eXp. So one of the first things that we need to do is break down really quick and do a recap of what makes eXp different. This is not your standard traditional brokerage model where you have a franchise brokerage or a boutique brokerage. This is a brokerage that is an independent brokerage. We are global. Right now, at the time of recording this of July 2025, we're in 27 countries and expanding rapidly. We're over 90,000 agents. And so we're consistently growing. So we have this global brokerage that you're able to work with and partner with anybody as long as eXp has a presence there. And that's pretty powerful as well. eXp is a cloud-based brokerage, not a brick and mortar. And one of the things that's super important about a brokerage that you choose is, do you have the cloud-based? Do you have the tech? Do you not have that office culture, that kind of, brick and mortar culture? Because when I first joined in 2021, one thing that really impressed me about eXp was during COVID, when every major brand had to shut down for at least 30 days, eXp continued business as normal because they were already used to doing things digitally without having to have a physical presence there. And they've grown on top of that. eXp is known as the tech brokerage. And in this day and age, you need to be at a tech brokerage, which we'll break down in a little bit. But eXp is a cloud-based brokerage. And the reason why that's important is that there's no overhead like a standard brick and mortar. Brick and mortars have the overhead. That's why they're charging you the coffee fee, the desk fee, the franchise tax fee, all of those things, is they have to pay for that. But eXp eliminates all that stuff that is not needed, because any top producing agent, you will never see them in the office. They're out there doing business with the client. So that's something important because they can pass the savings on, which makes eXp a super solid brokerage financially speaking. One of the conferences we had 2 years ago, they brought in somebody independent that evaluated all the brokerages, and they went around sharing that data, and eXp was in the black. We were one of two brokerages in the North America that were still in the black. Everybody else was in the red, cutting things. eXp was adding more and giving us more tools, resources, and better ways to make money. So those are things that you got to look for. But that's because they're a cloud-based brokerage. eXp here in the US and Canada is on an 80-20 split. In most of the other countries, they're on a 75-25 split, but everything that I'm going to give you is US side. And we have a $16,000 cap. So that means once you pay in $16,000 out of that 20%, then you get 100% commission minus your transaction fees there. And that's one thing I loved about eXp is there's not a bunch of fees. There's an $85 a month brokerage fee that gives you your CRM, that gives you access to 400 courses, 85 plus hours of live training each week. All of that's included. And then you have your 80-20 split, your $16,000 cap. And then right now per deal, it's about $85 per transaction that go for your risk management and your transaction management fee. And that's it. And when you cap, you're at 100%, and then you just pay a $250 transaction fee. That's it. And then if you do 20 more deals, you can become an icon agent, which is another thing that sets eXp apart, is that you can actually earn your entire $16,000 cap back in the form of company stock. And so that leads us to the next thing is we have stock ownership. Our brokerage is majority owned by its agents. So that means we're in control of us. We're not, selling ourselves to the stock market, which we're on the stock market, but we're not having the majority of the ownership of our brokerage be stockholders like most companies out there that are going to make things that are going to increase their profits and hurt us at the end. So that's what truly makes eXp an agent-centric brokerage. The other thing that I love that keeps us standing out is our collaboration and eliminates the need for a lot of competition. If you are in a brick and mortar setting, those people training you, your mentor or whoever, your team lead, you guys are direct competition of each other, so they want to be the best in the area. They're not going to teach you everything they need to know. But because eXp, we're all stock owners in the company, we want the company to go great. There's plenty of business around because we have so many different ways to make money here. We're not just pigeonholed to commission only, okay? So that's one thing I love is that when you do your first deal, you get $200 in stock every year that you do your first deal of your anniversary year. If you bring on an agent, you sponsor an agent, and they do their first deal ever, you get $400 in stock. You cap, you get $400 in stock every time you cap. And then if you are an icon agent, you can get up to all of your $16,000 cap back when you meet all of those requirements. And so they're constantly giving us money here. Plus you can take 5% of your commission and that you make and buy company stock at a discount. So now we have ownership of the company. And this is a great place where we can scale our business and eventually be able to have a way out and retire. As a traditional agent, you don't own a business, you're just self-employed, because if you don't work, you don't eat. All right, so let's talk about what's new with eXp in 2025. This is something that I've grown to love with eXp. Some things could be rolled out probably smoother, but they're always trying to give something for every type of agent at eXp, so that way you can succeed here and you're not having to do business just because this is the way one type of agent does. So no matter where you're at, and this is kind of a vision of our CEO, Leo Pareja, in junction with the founder, Glenn Sanford, that they literally are trying to always give us something, give us what we ask for, no matter what type of agent you are. So if you are a team and you've come over and you're used to using a specific type of CRM, they want you to keep doing that. Brokerages and everybody to come over and relieve the stress from you and give you the tools that you need to succeed. This is truly where the pros go to grow. So if you're looking to take your business to the next level, this is the place. So tech tools. So what are new in the tech tools? So in December of 2024, everybody got access to Canva Pro for free. So the paid version of Canva Pro, you can actually get for free. So that saves you about 13 bucks a month, a little over $100 a year. And you don't have to do anything. You just go into the eXp portal, Okta, and you click on Canva and it logs you in with your eXp Realty email and you get access to all the pro features. Even eXp has all of their brand resources inside of there. So business cards, templates, their logos, their fonts, their color schemes, their social media posts. You can get flyers for open houses and listings and presentations and everything that you need for branding if you want to use eXp's branding. If you want to use your own branding, you just have to use their logo and you can create your own branding, your own colors, your own fonts. So everybody has access to Canva Pro for free. And now you can choose your own CRM. Before it was exclusively KV Core, which is now called Bold Trail, where that was the only CRM we offered. And they did give you Lofty, but you had to pay an additional fee. But now a part of your $85 a month, you get the choice of 3 different CRMs that are included in that monthly fee of $85. Depending what country you're in, it could be a little bit more. But here in the US, Canada, we get Bold Trail, we get Lofty, which used to be Chime, but it's now Lofty. And now we also get access to Close. So you can get one of the most powerful industry standard CRMs for real estate, ready to go, complete with an IDX website and an IDX feed. You also get enhanced integrations as well with Bold Trail. And then they also are really doing a deep dive into AI with everything that we have there. So now with AI, they have a new relation with Fixer AI, and this is helping you keep all of your emails organized. So this is something I love, is that they're finding ways for us to automate our business so we can really focus on those income producing activities. Some other updates we had was on the RevShare, and this is something that excited me. I noticed an instant increase in my RevShare payout, especially for the new agents that I had joining me. Not necessarily they were new agents, but they were new to eXp. So they've rolled out a clearer structure of the RevShare. It's called RevShare 2.0. And what they did was they made it very easy for you to calculate your RevShare. Before, you had to kind of go through and figure out what level and all this. And sometimes I was, $50 off trying to figure out my RevShare. Now it's pretty simple. There's a RevShare pool of money. So eXp, out of the 20% that they collect in the split, or 25 in other countries, depending where you're at. But in the US, that 20% that they collect, they have vowed to give 50% of that back to the agents in the form of RevShare. So let's say we have a $10,000 commission. Okay, $2,000 goes to eXp, but they're taking 50% of that, $1,000, and they're putting that in the RevShare pool. So now there's $1,000 from that transaction that all 7 layers can dip into. So what does that mean? So if this person was a new agent, new to eXp, and their first 12 months, you, if they're your first tier, get 50% of that. So you would walk away with 500. If they are just, regular agent, they've been here for a few years, you get 17.5% of that. So you'd walk away with $175 in your pocket. And then depending down the layers, second level, you would get a little bit more. And then the other layers, you get a little bit less. So they have a more clear structure and better tracking of your RevShare. They've rolled out My eXp 3.0. So this is a platform where we can track how much GCI we've done, closed real estate. We can track our entire team, their status, the deals they've done in our RevShare as well, and how much money we have coming in, so we can track those deposits as well. And they're giving better support for new agents, which is what I really love. So new agents coming in get access to FastCap. So FastCap is truly amazing. Each person coming out of FastCap that I've had, they're getting about 3.5 deals on average. So every new agent that I've gone through with FastCap, they teach you how to quickly cap, how to build habits of top producing agents. And you're getting taught by the top producers in the company. It's not just some dude that used to sell real estate 10 years ago. These are people that are crushing it right now, sharing with you what they're doing and what you need to be doing to build great habits. And it's not just for new agents, it's for agents that are stuck, or maybe people that just don't know, they're not crushing it like they want to. And then they can go in, it's all live, you're held accountable, and it's a 6-week intense immersion program. So I love that, because they're focused on helping people do more transaction, which is why we're #1 transaction side for the last 5 years. So we are truly a top producing brokerage as well. Then they rolled out the co-sponsor program. I'm gonna roll out a whole video on that, because it can be kind of confusing. But what you need to know is now an agent can choose up to 2 sponsors, or 2 people to partner with. So for instance, if you want to get access to all my resources, training, coaching, my GHL stuff, and you want to get access to all the Wolfpack stuff, then you can choose me as sponsor. And then you can choose a co-sponsor, maybe somebody that you liked. And then what happens is the buck stops at the co-sponsor. So it doesn't go up like the sponsor level does. So if you chose me as co-sponsor, you would just get my stuff. You wouldn't get all of my uplines things as well. So somebody can choose a co-sponsor, and this allows people to have collaboration. You're getting double the support. So sometimes people will choose me as sponsor and then choose somebody locally as co-sponsor. So this just creates a better experience at eXp, more collaboration, which is what they truly are about. And you don't see that other brokerages, everybody kind of gatekeeps all of their stuff. And this enhances better mentorship experience overall. And then the other thing that we've done is our global expansion. We're in countries like Turkey and Egypt now. So we're in over 27 countries, 90,000 agents. So we're constantly growing, which is great for you as a company, great for the EXPI stock. It's great for us to be able to collaborate. You can sponsor any agent in 27 countries. So if you're in Egypt, Turkey, Greece, Colombia, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Canada, you can partner with me and get access to my stuff by choosing me as sponsor, and you don't have to be in my area, which is just truly breaking boundaries. So I want to quickly break down, and I'll put a chart on the screen so you can better see this, but I want to show you eXp versus a traditional brokerage out there. So office overhead, eXp doesn't have any, but traditional brokerages do. Revenue sharing, eXp has revenue sharing and most traditional brokerages don't. If they do, it's profit sharing. If you know anything about profit, there never is any at the end of the year to go around. Revenue comes immediately off the top before they pay expenses. Stock ownership, agents can purchase and get for free eXPI stock, and most traditional brokerages, you're not getting stock options, especially if it's a boutique brokerage. Split and cap. Everybody at eXp, no matter what, is on an 80-20 split in the US, Canada, or in other countries, 75-25, and they have the same cap, so $16,000 cap. At traditional brokerages, they're going to negotiate based on your experience. So if you're a new agent, you're going to get ripped off because they feel like they're going to put time, money, and effort, which they really don't, because they don't want you to talk to them until you get a lead, and then they start training you. But what happens is they negotiate. So your top producers are probably on a 90-10 and 95-5. How fair is that? So at eXp, everybody's on the same level, whether you're top producing or not. And if you're a top producer, you're going to get your cap back anyways. You're going to be on a 100% plus split. So there's a collaborative culture here at eXp. We have a global community. And then with a traditional brokerage, you're everybody's competition inside the office, and you're usually limited to a local area or a local territory or boundary. And then training and support, we have over 85 plus hours of training and support, over 400 courses in eXp University, plus live things like FastCap. And your training varies by often, and you have a glass ceiling because as much as your office manager or your broker are, you're not going above that. At eXp, all of our trainings are done by top producers and top professionals. I've taught in eXp University several times for my marketing experience and was vetted to do so. So they make sure that who's teaching you is the best of the best. So that's what separates eXp from a traditional brokerage. All right, so if eXp is so great, why are so many agents leaving? And this is just a turnover rate that's at any brokerage. The statistic is 87% of realtors will fail in the first 5 years. They're going to quit. And here in Texas, when I was in Texas, they said that 90% of the deals that are done by 10% of the members. So the thing is, it's not really the brokerage. You can be successful at any brokerage, but you got to put in the work. And eXp is just a vehicle that will get you to your goals faster. So why would an agent leave eXp? One, wrong expectations of joining a brokerage, wrong expectations of getting the real estate license, period. They should have never became an agent and joined any brokerage at that. So they're expecting eXp to build their business for you. I get this a lot, and it's kind of sad. A lot of people come from an employee mindset, so they think that you're going to have some out-of-the-box plug-and-play solution, and honestly, that doesn't exist anywhere. If a brokerage sells you that, it's a ton of crap, okay? It's a bunch of BS. Run from them. They're lying to you, because the fact is everybody is different. Everybody's business is different, and you got into business for yourself. eXp is just, your brokerage is just your governing authority to make sure you do business correctly, okay? They're allowing you to do business on their behalf, basically contracting you out to work with clients and bring your clients there. under them. So it's just poor alignment there, and there's no done for you stuff. Can we make it easier? Yes. Can training and support make it easier? And that's where eXp shines. But eXp is not going to build your business for you. They're not going to give you quotas. They're not going to, hey, did you make your calls today? It's not going to do that. And if you're somebody that needs hand-holding, you need to find a sponsor, a mentor that's willing to do that, put in that effort, or you need to work on yourself and get you some self-help stuff. Poor sponsor or alignment or no real support. Hey, your sponsor is important. You need to choose the right sponsor. We'll break this down in my co-sponsor video, but you got to align with people that you actually want to work with and they're actually going to be there. If they're not offering you anything, you're going to feel lost at eXp because it is a big brokerage. There's a lot of things going on for different types of agents, and you can get lost in the shuffle sometimes. But that's where aligning with people like myself that have systems in place, onboarding in place for you, that we're going to make sure that you get the help that you need. You need to be plugging in. A lot of people don't plug in. A lot of my agents that leave, they say, oh, I didn't feel like I got any help. They never booked a call with me. They never responded to my text or email, all of my reaching out, because we do that. So if you're not plugging in, you're never going to grow. And then not understanding the long-term wealth model here. Everybody wants something super quick, which is why most people get into real estate, because they think they're going to make money super quick. So that is not it. So who is eXp a good fit for? eXp is great for people that are experienced and like true entrepreneurs. They understand how to work for themselves. Content creators and personal brand builders. If you can make content, you can crush it in this industry, because doing real estate is not hard. It's getting leads, building relationships, building content, and doing those things. Team leaders who want to scale without overhead. eXp, if you have a team or a brokerage, you need to be here. You need to book a call with me to make sure you understand how that works for you and how you can take the stress off of yourself and truly scale a business here and allow your agents to scale a business as well. And then agents who want multiple streams of income, if you just want to make your commission and nothing else, but I make commission, we have other things that we can get off of money in the transaction. I have RevShare, I have stock dividends, I have all these things coming in from eXp, which makes it great. And then I don't want boundaries. So I just moved from Houston to Texas. I didn't have to join a new brokerage because my brokerage was only in Texas. Guess what? I picked up and moved. I still have my Texas license. I'm applying for my license here in Tennessee, and I'll resume business as normal. And I don't have to worry about it. I can still do business, and I can share a million examples with that. Who is eXp not right for? If you need a lot of office culture, so you can go in and kind of, shoot the crap with people and hey, how's it going? That kind of thing. This is not the place for you. Okay. We still have relationships. We are still on Zoom calls with people. And then if you're somebody that just needs a lot of hand holding, you either need to find the right sponsor or a different brokerage, because you need to have some kind of self-starter motivation to be able to plug in to all the things that we have, because if you're not that person, you're never going to succeed even here or at any other brokerage. All right, so what's the verdict? Is eXp still worth it in 2025? Have they lost momentum? Have you lost that kind of ground floor opportunity? Is the hype faded? Absolutely not. It is still worth it. I love this brokerage. It's not a perfect brokerage by any means, but it is the first adopter to this model, and it's going to be here outlasting the others. People think, oh, they're at 90,000 agents. You've lost opportunity here. No, you're not. We're constantly expanding into new countries. Turnover rate in the real estate industry is crazy. 87% of agents fail. So when those agents leave, more come in. So your opportunity is never going to die at eXp. We're only just getting started. They're wanting to get to 500,000 agents. So 410,000 more agents they want to get. I will take a piece of that pie. And this truly gives me the freedom. So even if I were to pass, my family can take over my RevShare and continue on, which is another amazing benefit we didn't have time to mention. So eXp is still worth it. I love this brokerage, still excited to do business. So if you want to see if it's right for you, I will do the numbers for you and show you on a call if this is the right move for you. No emotion-based, all logical information, and do the numbers to show you if this is the right brokerage for you. I don't care if you're a luxury agent, an experienced agent, a new agent, a team, or a broker owner, come. Trust me, I don't do sales. I'm not gonna beg you to fill out an application. I am not like that. Come, get the information for yourself, meet me, see if we're a pair and a fit to work together. And I'd love to give you access to all of my amazing training, especially if you're a team or broker owner. Our GHL system is amazing and you get access to that for free to my Snapshot. So if you want to learn more, there's a link down below where you can partner with me. If you have any questions, drop those down in the comments below. And remember, if you want to keep seeing content like this, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.